Straight from the NPFL this weekend, we saw a lot of interesting matches in the Nigerian Professional Football League, of course. But the match that everybody was looking out for, which was the talking point of the weekend, was the match between Bendel Insurance and 3SC of Ibadan. These long-term rivals met yesterday, and it was a 2-2 draw. It ended, of course. 3SC had to come from two goals down to level the scores and make it 2-2. With that result, Insurance currently still remain unbeaten in the league, haven't gone 7 games without tasting defeat. And as it stands, Insurance has 17 points on top of Group A. Of course, a lot of interesting games. This match was, a lot of talk going into this match. Some analysts even went back in time into history when Insurance used to be a force to reckon with back then, alongside 3SC. And like for Insurance said, they have never lost any match, even from the old times till now at 3SC, and even in this week, continued. And for Insurance, good one to them. Yet to lose again on top of the group, doing well, having I think they gained promotion from the lower division to the NPFL.
Yeah, what an interesting history. Even when Insurance went down in the second division, they still maintain their supremacy over City Star. And like yesterday, just like you rightly said, and I also give kudos to City Star for holding their own yesterday. Like
Being able to come back from two goals down,
it might be a different thing for their fans, but they were able to salvage their name and so coming back up from a two goal down to level it to two. And it's an interesting show yesterday. And for all that were at the surrounding stadium yesterday, I think they will never regret spending their time at that stadium, because it was an interesting time for all. And looking at the result, Better Insurance, just like they were sure, we are just saying that it's just a fluke. But now, 7 match without testing a defeat, so they are clearly indicated, prove themselves that yes, they are a force to reckon in the Nigerian Professional League, topping the log with 17 points after 7 rounds of matches, and it clearly shows that the Arsenals, as the family call, are determined to write history in the Nigerian Professional League this season. So let's go how is this go. And just like it's a very interesting result yesterday, Nasarawa United having go 6 matches without a win, were able to record their first victory yesterday against Kwara United. That's an interesting one. And then Enugu Rangers again recorded their second victory in the season. But the obvious thing is that the old force are not finding it easy in this aggressive league.
Yeah, I mean, interesting results. Like you said, for Kwara United, of course, after that match, it was reported that the coach actually resigned because that he was given a too-match ultimatum. But after that match, I'm sure he didn't even wait for management. He had to throw in the towel. And of course, like you said, interesting results there for Rivers United. Yeah, 3-0 defeat in that one to Bayelsa United, while Lobby Stars also defeated Dakada in that one. Remo Stars drew with Plateau United, while for AU, I think Imba recorded only a away victory. Yeah, for Imba, looks like they're doing quite better than they did in the past. Looks like Finidi is gradually, understanding the league and
the terrain, league. He has begun to water the storm and to withstand the hog in the Nigerian Professional League.
Exactly. Good one for him. It's nice
having spent a lot of time in Europe, and he's having to understand. And they are currently second on the log. Lost 4 points separated.
Exactly.
3 points. 3 points separated them between and the tabletop the Insurance.
Good one for him. It's good to see ex-internationals who come, a lot of them come straight and want to take over the Super Eagles first, but he coming to Eyimba and, the first season, they struggle here and they're not consistent, but even at that, they still finished in the top 10, and here in this his second season now beginning to, show that he can actually get the job done, which is a nice one and quite impressive for that one. Away from the NPFL down to some athletics where the Lagos Marathon list runners actually and Opepe race winners passed actually top the list of elite runners who will be taking part At the cross-country race scheduled to hold on Saturday at Rhino Golf Course in Jos, the capital of Plateau State, the race will be the first organized cross-country event in Nigeria in over 4 decades. Amazing. Top on the list of athletes who have registered for the race is Nyago Giang, the first Nigerian finisher at the 2023 Access Bank Lagos City Marathon last weekend. Also confirmed for the historic race in Jos are Ilya Pam, who also finished best Nigerian finisher at the 2018 Jos Marathon, and a whole lot of others. Well, good development, but you can imagine that in the past, 4 decades, that's approximately 40 years, no cross-country event has held in Nigeria.
Well, let's hope that that jeans will be break on that Sunday garden now. But if you recall when this was first break about last week, I think that I challenged the minister that he proved me wrong. I'm still holding to one that my thought, although they have begin to see the list of the runner that are going to run. Just on Saturday between now and from Saturday, just 5 days away or 6 days away, and I'm still yet to be convinced that either this event is going to have the light of the day on this coming Saturday, because we have seen several policies as sort of the Ministry of Finance Board, and I still believe that this one is still one of them. But despite the story emanating from EFN has begin to release some of the likely competitors who are going to run. So let's have it to be, and if they eventually hold, then we'll see. We'll give kudos to Solidarity for breaking another years.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be nice to hold, and it will be even better that not just that the race will hold, but at least one or two talents should be able to be spotted. Because for me, I think the whole essence of this kind of races should be identifying and developing of talents for future competitions. Yeah, and we from that down to the Flying Eagles, where the president of the NFF, Ibrahim Gusau, has assured the Flying Eagles of all necessary support and attention from the football ruling body as the team continues its build up to the Africa Under 20 Cup of Nations finals in Egypt. The NFF president gave the assurance on Sunday evening while visiting the Flying Eagles at their training tour base in in Congo, actually, the Novotel Hotel in Morocco, actually, after they recorded a 2-1 victory over their Congolese counterpart in a friendly at the complex Sportif CD Mohammed. He said, "Let me use this opportunity to congratulate you all for emerging victorious against the Congolese team. It was a well-deserved victory because you played well. I believe there are a lot of good players here that will make the generality of Nigerians proud." And of course, he said getting to the semi-finals is paramount because that guarantees us a place in the FIFA Under 20 World Cup in Indonesia. So I urge you to seal that ticket and get to the final and win the trophy. Yeah, next charge from the NFF, president. I think for many Nigerians, whether we win the trophy or not, the most important thing is qualifying for the Under 20 World Cup.
Yeah, what my people friend say, the first and then is to get to the semi-final. They give you a ticket to the World Cup, and then after that you can now ask for more. But first, get to the semi-final first. And if you're looking at this team under coach Ladambosu, so far this team have not disappointed. Right from the WAPO competitions in Congo, in Ghana. So they have been maintaining that momentum, and even some of the friendly matches they have played so far, beat Gambia here, and then also went to beat Congo again. So, and these are the likely competitors that they are going to meet at the AFCON in Egypt. So the team has everything, and if you look at the individual talent that are in the team, you have to beat your chest at the end. The team has all it takes to get to the semi-final. To me, I strongly believe that getting to the semi-final will not be a tough task for Ramos at this point. But however, the team needs to progress on their hours, and there's no need for any complacency. But football sometimes can be something else. But when you feel that they have all it takes, something somewhere comes from nowhere and shock you. So the students feel that they have all the things, that they are one of the superpowers, they have the superior get to the semi-final easily, but they have to fight every match as like the final until they achieve the set target. Just like the ultimate is to get to the semi-final and pick the World Cup ticket.
Yeah.
Even at the AFCON level, it has been long Nigeria won that. We have won it 5 times before, but it has been long we won that competition, and it's also been likely to be that for the back to Nigeria again.
Yeah, I mean, like you rightly said, I think since for all of their qualifiers, the Flying Eagles have been scoring quite a lot of goals, performing decently, and like you said, I mean, getting to the semi-final shouldn't be a big deal to Nigeria, but sometimes it's not good to be too overconfident so that you don't stumble. But if they're able to make it, going ahead to win the competition will just be an icing on the cake because I think it's been quite a few years since Nigeria even won it. Even when was last time we even participated in the under 20 World Cup?
Yeah, the last time participated in the World Cup, we're talking about the 20 again.
No, the under 20 World Cup itself.
Yeah, I think the last time we participated in the 20, we had the last edition of it.
Yeah, I think last two editions, but I can't even remember where.
We are always ever present at the under 20 World Cup, but it's like this is last edition of it. But however, notwithstanding, at the under 20 level, we have not won it at the World Cup.
We haven't. Yeah.
The best one was the final.
The final, and I think once or twice.
Twice.
Twice, yeah. Yeah, I think in '89 we had the finals. Yes, 2005. Yeah.
Well, we have what we need that is we have what it takes to get to the final. But first, let's qualify first.
Yeah, very well.
Let's qualify first.
Sometimes one begins to wonder, having won the under 17 several times and getting a step further to the under 20 winning is becoming a challenge, and you can now see why even getting to the World Cup winning it has become a huge problem.
Yeah, you are rightly correct because that's why sometimes we even back home here we begin to question our recruitment process.
Exactly.
Either we are at the right age or we are at the right time.
Yeah.
Because you can't imagine a country that produced 5 champions.
Yeah, the under 17.
Won the under 17 exactly. 5 times, and the under 17 is a stepping to the next
exactly.
level. So ordinarily, that set of under 17 should transit to the next level of under 20, and it is expected that if you move to under 20, you should also replicate the same gesture a year later. For instance, if you play, as they play under 17 this year, the next set of the teams should get to the at under 20 level and replicate the same form. But unfortunately, it comes to that have produced under 17 5 times at one level have never even except once or two that I will attempt to win the under 20 World Cup. So it clearly shows that that is why some people in other clans, some of the advanced are looking at us and we are just a joker. We are just
because at under 20 level, that's when players begin to mature. Full maturity. Is it like for we are players at that point now? They start to begin to
at under 17, you are so fast good as players at under 20.
Exactly.
But for instance, if you're looking at it, for instance, at the Nigeria team that won the under 20 or 17 World Cup in 2017, that was the like of when the like of current Manchester United today was in the goalkeeper who for Spain. But today, where is Ajiboye?
Exactly. You ask this question. Very funny.
God help us.
Anyway, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we still have a lot of other stories to give to you. Sports on Don't Go Nowhere.
For sponsorship, and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. It's still Sports Orbit now to some other news. Well, it's understood that Napoli are set to offer Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen a new contract to keep the forward away from other top European guns. It's been reported in recent weeks that the likes of Man United, Chelsea, and a host of other, top European clubs are hoping to see Osimhen switch from Napoli to, other teams in the summer. But it's understood that Napoli are hoping to extend his contract by 1 year. His current deal expires in 2025, but Napoli hope to extend his contract. We'll see him stay till 2026. Well, so far, Osimhen has scored. Of course, he was also in the score sheet yesterday, making it 17 goals he has scored this season. Currently, top scorer in the Serie A this season. Well, for Napoli, I'm sure if this deal must happen, it has to be a bumper package. And another thing is whether if Osimhen and his agent will be willing to, take this extension, because for most people feel that, this might just, next season might just be the right time for him to make the move. For me, I think he has proven all he needs to do in Italy. Looks like Napoli are on course to winning the Scudetto title. If they do that, and he might likely finish as highest goal scorer, if they're able to do that, for me, I think it's time for him to seek for a bigger challenge, go to a bigger club, because what else is there to do again in Italy?
Yeah, you have said it all. All I know that if Napoli, they like, let them extend his contract to 2020, 2030.
Yeah.
But one thing is certain. The only thing that can stop Osimhen from moving from Napoli at the end of this summer, and we should pray it shouldn't even happen. And we don't even pray for anything of course. As far as Osimhen remains the way it is and they keep on scoring, nothing will stop him from the life they extend his contract in nothing will stop him. But all I know that they are trying to protect their pride asset and just to earn more money from top of the club coming. If not, there's no how, and just like you rightly say, if Osimhen, Napoli, the last time Napoli win it, nobody can even remember the last time Napoli win the Serie A title. And if they're able to achieve this, that all credit goes to Osimhen for helping the club. And he has just like he has practically proved himself. And if he eventually maintain the way he's going, finish at the top scorer in the league, help them to win the league title, what else do they meant to win the Serie A? So the next ball stop is either it moves to Spanish league or it moves to Premier League, which everybody is looking for to happen. So even if they extend his contract or no extension of his contract, no matter how, just like I don't even think his agent will be stupid to tie him to another contract now when a whole lot of people are already eyeing him. So we only pray that he will stay injury free and remain in form as he remain and keep on passing the goal. Look at the goal he scored yesterday. Very fantastic. Another fantastic goal yesterday again. So Napoli can do whatever they need. They have the right to negotiate, but it's left for whether Osimhen accept or not accept it. But what in the setting, Osimhen will not spend another season in Napoli if he remains the way it is at the moment.
Definitely, because even a lot of big clubs who even know that his transfer fee will be high, but a lot of clubs don't even mind seeing his quality. A lot of clubs are ready to break the bank to ensure that they bring him on.
Like today, for my Napoli players and Brazilian legends, I was even liking Osimhen to Bendel.
Yeah.
That if you look at the way he scored against Roma, it's only like equally to a player of Bendel that can score such a goal. So Osimhen has proven that he's a big star, and a lot of people have already seen him as the next Africa player of the year.
Exactly.
And if you look at all Africa
players,
on
top
four, nobody will challenge except I don't. We're here to see who will challenge Osimhen for Africa player of the year.
Currently, nobody is close to him. Anyway, to some Olympic news. Of course, last week we brought you that story of how the IOC had said that they will be willing to be open to see Russia and the likes of Belarus participate in the Olympic, and of course the IOC president, Bach has also, Thomas Bach, said on Sunday that denying that the organization was on the wrong side of history by helping Russians and Belarusians qualify for the 2024 Paris Summer Games. Bach and IOC have faced a widespread backlash from Ukraine and its allies, including comments directed at him by the Ukrainian president. He says since setting out a path last month for some athletes from Russia and Belarus to return to international competition despite the war waged by their country. Asked Sunday at the Alpine Skiing World Championship if the IOC will be on the wrong side of history, Bach dismissed the suggestion. He said, no history will show who is doing more for peace, the ones who try to keep lines open to communicate or the ones who want to isolate or divide, the IOC leader said. He said, we have shown this in the past with great success in the Olympic movement, pointing to the examples of North and South Korea, Israel and Palestine, including Kosovo. He said, our role is bringing people together and, for as long as he's concerned, for him, he sees nothing wrong with the likes of Russia and Belarus competing at the Olympic. Yes, it might not be under, Russia as a country, but denying the athletes for him, he feels it might not be the best thing to do.
Yeah, just like you said, a lot of human rights also see that with men athletes based on their passport.
Yeah.
It's based on their passport is
Because not all of those athletes are even in support of the war.
yeah, based on,
Exactly.
based on
Yeah.
their passport is
Mm.
it's a violation of their human rights. And the fact that IOC have agreed that those athletes are not going to compete under the flag of Belarus or the flag of Russia. I think Ukraine needs to suspend us. And it's not everybody in Russia that is at war with Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly.
The ultimate people, the main person is the Putin. I can even bet that some of the war front, the soldiers who are the war front, the fighting on the side of the Russia is because of what they have signed. Not the whole. I can bet that most of those soldiers are not happy with some of the action they are being taken. But it's all they have already signed that they have to duty and they have to do it. But not all of them are in agree or in tandem with what Putin is putting the country into. But Ukraine, yes, we feel their pain and we understand it. But the fact that these athletes are not going to bear the flag of Russia or Belarus, they should leave them to compete.
Yeah.
But
Very
denying,
true.
actually, God, it even be, to me, just like I said last week, it is even more painful to Russia. If you see a Russian winning a medal at a podium, and a Russia flag or Russian national anthem cannot be sung, so the Russian will feel more pain. That it's because we are still doing what have been done to us, or we can't celebrate with our own because of our inhuman attitudes towards Ukraine.
Right to some EPL news now. Of course, starting from some news around VAR. Of course, VAR is in the news once again, and the body responsible for refereeing in the Premier League admitted on Sunday that Brentford's equalizing goal in a 1-1 draw at Arsenal was not properly checked for offside by the officials, and of course, a host of other errors committed by VAR. A lot of people have thought that, with the introduction of VAR, some of these errors will be reduced, but sometimes you don't even understand as VAR even actually helps. Sometimes the whole thing is really confusing because at the end of the day, VAR does not even, human beings are still responsible for,
Yeah.
controlling and operating this VR machine. But, you know, even in the World Cup, we saw a lot of decisions where you expect VAR to. There are some, even last weekend, there are some matches where even looking at from the screen, you see a decision and you know that you don't even need to check VAR, but sometimes a referee will still go to VAR and still go against it. So, but the body is saying, well, we have to take another look at this VAR to see how we can correct some of these errors.
Yeah, I think just like you rightly say, the introduction of VR was like totally eliminated
Yeah.
error from football.
Mm.
But just like you say, it is human error. It is still the human being that is still operating the machine, and
Exactly.
the human error is still
Yeah.
going to be there. For me, I feel I think the FIFA or the organizers of football, or those who are manage football, who have the rule, should look into this VR again, because VR has also come to become another fraud system of aiding and abetting in the game of football. We have seen a match where VR clearly gives it to people. give to all opponent or deny opponent, deny a certain team a victory or giving a certain team a victory. So if it clearly shows that this VR, if I think football should be returned to the way it is, let the theory of officiating, referee and his assistant decide. But the VR was to give a referee a second chance to check and check again. But unfortunately, the VR has also become another different factor of even render the game. How do I describe the render the game meaningless? But we have given some of several questionable decisions of the VR, just like you see, both at the World Cup, even at the APL. Even okay, for instance, even the Britain, their match against Crystal Palace, the same thing happened.
Yeah.
So, and you came out to apologize after the damage has done. So what and you know the decision has been taken. You know when you apologize or whatever, you know the decision.
Right, still on EPL, of course, some matches went down. Interesting matches during the during the weekend. And of course, first off was Chelsea against West Ham. For Chelsea, in spite of the array of stars, looks like results are still difficult to come by. Chelsea are yet to win a single match in their last 7 games. They are either drawing a match or losing. Well, one doesn't even really know what is really wrong with Chelsea currently. Some have said it's the coach. Well, we'll see how that goes on. For Arsenal, Arsenal drop points once again against Brentford. Like the rightly said, because Vieira was at fault there. Fulham 2-0 over Nottingham Forest. For Leicester, bounced back to winning ways against Tottenham. Tottenham, after getting the job done against Man City, only to lose 4-1 to Tottenham, to Leicester, for Crystal Palace, 1-1 against Brighton. For Southampton, for Onuachu, looks like not having it good, even though he swore that he was going to ensure that Southampton, escaped relegation, and their coach has even been sacked, and they lost down to Wolves. For Bournemouth, drew against Newcastle. For United, 2 late goals helped them secure all 3 points at Leeds United. Man City defeated Aston Villa 3-1 to cut the gap at the top to just 3 points, while Liverpool will confront Everton later today in a Merseyside derby. So, looking at this table, for some Arsenal fans, quite a few of them I know are beginning to get very jittery. In fact, over the weekend, some were like, well, I'm not surprised. They are not surprised. This is the Arsenal we used to know. Some of us have said they are being on the top of the table is just for a while. Now it's beginning to show. Don't forget that it's at 3 points now, and on Wednesday they'll be up against Man City. Should Man City win that match, I mean,
Arsenal lost the position.
that position will be all gone because Man City
has a better
goal difference. So a lot of Arsenal fans are like, well, some of us didn't get our hopes high because we knew at some point that this was going to happen, and it's beginning to happen.
Yeah, in their usual crasta, people will say that a leopard is always a leopard, and a black sheep is always a black sheep. And Arsenal, notwithstanding, despite I say like free has come out to apologize, or a lot of people are leaving the defeat, that dropping of 2 points to the free error or their error.
But don't forget, they also lost against Everton.
No, even not even coming to that. But if Arsenal have taken their chances, the one goal will not make any difference at all. So you have almost 19 minutes to play at the game, and you are at your own home. You allow to the extent you couldn't score. You can when you manage score and you couldn't defend it. So if you have taken away your chances, you probably score 3 goals, score 4 goals. That one, the VR would have been right. You would have been nobody will even mind to question whether it was an offside or it was not an offside. But it's because you fail to do your job. That's why you're now beginning to look for an excuse, and that's exactly what Arteta and his boys have said. Limit that there for. Now in the last 2 matches. In the last 2 matches, Arsenal has dropped 5 points. Now by night it would have been 8 points against Man City. But instead of 8, it's just now 3 points. And just like you say, by Wednesday now, you don't know who is the leader on the table. As it is now, the league is widely open. Even Man U, it's just 6 points. United is just 6 points behind. So 6 points behind is just an ordinary point. It's just within the difference of 2 months. Just within 2 weeks now, we'll see what we're talking. Arsenal was leading by almost 5 points. He has been cut it down, despite that Man City even lost. If Man City have gotten a result against Tottenham, by now, it could have been a different team by now. So Arsenal need to show. If Arsenal still Arsenal want to show their fans and prove that they should believe them, Ateta and his boy need to prove on Wednesday and clearly shows against the Man City that they have what to challenge Man City.
Exactly.
Now because Pep Guardiola, I told him Pep Guardiola, he always play mind game. That there's no one can pass us now. But now you have been to see a different sort that once belong to Man U, will definitely come to Man U. So God belong to Man City, definitely come to Man City. So Ateta and his boy, I'm one of those. Yes, even when Arsenal was on the top of the table, a lot of people were giving them thumbs up, celebrating with them. But I'm one of those who still believe that. Yes, I have a sympathy for Arsenal. Believe that it is too early to begin to call that Arsenal is going to be the and just like you see where we are. If his case is not able to, Arsenal may even lose the first position, lose the second position, and even lose the third position. Because if they're going by the way they are going, in the last 3 matches, Arsenal are yet to win a win. In the FA Cup defeat to Man City, a defeat to Everton, and then they draw at the Brentford. So, and Arsenal has a tradition that once they begin to jittery, to bounce back, become a problem. Now they have a fear. Also, they are taking that fear factor to Wednesday game. Are we going to withstand? So they begin to play jittery game, and in case nothing, and let something happen miraculously, and they get a result against Man City. That is the only thing that can bring their confidence back and begin to fight through that they can challenge for title.
All right, we'll keep monitoring the situation as it goes. Because match will be on Wednesday. Don't forget, tomorrow also the Champions League also resumed tomorrow, and we'll be here to give you a preview of matches in the Champions League and other sporting events all over the world. Thank you for being in the studio today.
Thank you.
Right, tomorrow is another day. We'll come with more exciting stories. Do stay safe out there. My name is Afa Acho, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.